Hello, Ray Phoenix here. Starting up the machine, this is ToyPop, Namco's classic arcade game, ToyPop from 1986. Where you play as these toys, they have to go to some castle to save a friend. This is a really simple story, but who cares what story in a game like this? You play a game, let's have fun, right? This is by far the best you get with a Namco game, at being very complex, and yet still very fun and enjoyable. So all these different types of enemies you can fight, you get different types of weapons. The standard weapon you start off with only really attacks those toy soldiers. The toy soldiers are the most basic enemy you see in this game. Almost any kind of weapon destroys them, but you have to get different weapons if you want to stop the cars, or some of the other weapons we'll see, those tire things you just picked up, they're going to destroy the cars, those wind-up car things. Almost looks like that car that was in that episode of AFV once, that baby ran it over his hand, then started crying on AFV. Then again, I don't know, AFV's always been kind of dumb with baby videos. Those are the ones that always win, the ones where babies play with some toy and they do something stupid with it. That's kind of what this is like to Namco. It's very, this game doesn't really make much sense, really, but it's still very fun and very enjoyable. And this is a game that I think deserves more recognition than it actually gets. This game doesn't appear on very many collections or compilations or anything like that. And you don't even see any remakes of this game either. They should totally make remakes of this. And of course, just like in Ghosts and Goblins, when you get hit once, you end up in your underwear. And as we all know about Pinocchio, he prefers to wear undergarments that belong to the opposite gender, as we all know. We know he likes wearing ladies' underwear, right? And look at that, we just got an hourglass, and he also likes to eat donuts too, apparently. But then again, if Pinocchio really was a real boy, he'd be fat from all the donuts that he eats. He'd have a spare tire around his waist, but he doesn't, because he's a toy. He's Pinocchio, or whatever he's called. And whenever he lies, his nose gets longer, so people know when he lies. It must suck to be like that, actually, to have a nose that gets longer when you lie. Oh look, they're setting in the tanks after us. We need a tank buster weapon to go after these tanks. This game's also a lot like Legend of Zelda in a lot of ways, in which there's some complexity to it, and it plays it from an overhead view, and you're constant action, you're constantly battling things. This game, ironically enough, came out in the same year that Legend of Zelda was released, the 1986, I believe. I think this might actually be my favorite game that came out in 1986, believe it or not. It's so, it's so enjoyable, and yet no one really ever talks about how great this game is. This is definitely one of Namco's best. The only thing I have this on is the Namco Museum Volume 1 on the PS1. So yeah, I got the bombs. You can see they're those traditional cartoony bombs, and I could use them to destroy those tanks. As you can see here, they use a tank weapon. Now, where is that? See, to complete a level, you have to find these hearts, these yellow hearts. I think they're supposed to be gold, but they look more yellow because of the color contrast this game. You have to find, there's like a few of them per level. You have to find where they all are. I'm trying to find, they're usually hidden in boxes, or they could be hidden in those container things. I'm just wandering around, trying to look for it, or wherever they placed it. Is it in there? No, it's not. So that means it's in those two. Huh. Out of all the places in the level I've searched, that was the last one. Yeah, there's a time limit too. See, I'm running out of time. I'm probably not going to make this one. Or maybe 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, ooh. Minute with 3 seconds to spare. Nice work. And you destroy all the enemies on the stage. You get some extra points, which is, really good. So we're gonna come across bubble enemies in this game, in this level of this game. And bubble, well, to give you a hint, what pops bubbles? That's how you destroy bubbles, through popping it. And what pops bubbles, we all know? It's some pointy thing, some needle. Yep, so you got the needle, now you can pop the bubbles. Obviously the bubble from the game Bubbles, what was Bubbles? That Williams game, that Williams Midway game that appears in those Midway classics, Bubbles, those collections. I have that on the Sega Dreamcast, that's the collection I have on the Dreamcast. And I also have that on another collection I have on the GameCube. So now I think we got most of the hearts. See, the door is mostly open, that door is supposed to go through. I also really like the music to this game. This game actually does have a very good soundtrack. You don't really hear much about 80s games other than Nintendo stuff having really good soundtracks. So no, this game has a really good soundtrack. Those are two, Namco and soundtracks are things that don't really go in the same sentence very well, but this is a rare exception, which makes it, it adds more to the legendary status. Oh, look at that, I got all the stars now, the star collecting things. So now I have, it's like the stars in Mario, only you could throw them. They literally destroy any kind of enemy known to man. I only have one more life left, so this is pretty much the last weapon I'm going to use. I'm just going to go and cut through everything here, cut through the presents. Speaking of presents, I think Christmas is coming up next month, and they say we're going to have a very different Christmas. I already got my Christmas present. Well, it was actually supposed to be a birthday present, but they say it's like two, Christmas and birthday. It's a 4 terabyte Seagate drive. Now, thanks to this, I'm going to have more space to store my videos. And now you're going to be seeing a lot more rich video content from Ray Phoenix over the course of the next, next however long Ray Phoenix goes. Oh, look, I just picked up the trident or fork. Look at that, turns all your enemies into cake. You can eat the cake and get some points. Ooh, there, I got the last 2 hearts. Oh, and there's some clothes. But no, I'm already fully clothed. So there we go through the doors. Yeah, so pretty soon you'll be seeing a lot more of these Ray Phoenix videos. I think Seagate makes the best portable hard drives if you're looking for a good, portable hard drive to store or back up your data. That's what I always use. I always use Seagate. I actually got a Seagate drive like 3 years ago and it still works perfectly fine. That's what I use to store my YouTube videos with and all the other videos I put on other websites. I can't rely on one thing alone for data storage, right? Everyone should. That's part of the reason why Theron Lionheart stopped making videos on YouTube. He claims his computer was running out of storage space. You can't really blame him for that. But then someone else offered to buy him a portable hard drive and he declined the offer. That's too bad. I really like Theron Lionheart. He's one of my favorite LPers. He might be my second favorite YouTube LPer next to Nintendo Capri Sun. And of course, Nintendo Capri Sun has that bizarre tradition every year on Christmas Eve where he walks away from the camera wearing nothing but his underwear and he says, "Tomorrow is Christmas Eve," and oh, look at that. I got teleported in this stuck room. I'm stuck in here and the enemies are gonna come for me. It's like that trap they put you in where they feed you to the dingoes or something. The dingoes ate my baby. And now the bubbles ate my Pino, or whatever it's called. That could mean so many different things. So, this is Ray Phoenix, signing out.